Hi, family.
Oh, the meeting is being recorded.
Yeah, it's being recorded. Did I tell you?
I had a message.
I just told Ames I was going to record, and she's surprised that I'm recording.
It's almost like it asked for my permission.
No, exactly. Well, I did. I sort of asked for your permission. I sort of also told you it had to happen. Family, I'm here with Ames. Very exciting. Amie is upgrading today. So, since several of you have asked me like what that actually looks like, we're going to do it on video and record it so that you can see how simple it is. The first thing I'm going to do before we upgrade Amie, which is going to, you'll all see, take approximately 37 seconds. I'm going to show you what my back office looks like. So this is what the back office looks like when you have a wellness advocate account versus a wholesale customer. So everyone almost everyone on our builder group is still wholesale customer accounts. The reason why I ask all of you to wait to upgrade until you have an enrollment with a collection is that if you upgrade and don't enroll someone, or upgrade and enroll someone with less than 100 PV, I can't move you in my organization. And I was just explaining that to Ames. What makes the doTERRA difference is that in other direct sales companies, you enroll people and it automatically populates. So it automatically just puts people wherever. In doTERRA, you can move people twice. When they first enroll, you have 14 days to move them on your organization. Is it Cole or Mike that's talking to you right now? Are either of them talking to you right now?
Mike was talking, yes. He said it's at the head of the cartel.
Me? I am the head of the cartel. I'm head of the oils cartel. I'm the Pablo Escobar of essential oils. So yeah, in other companies, it automatically populates. In doTERRA, when you first enroll, your enroller has 14 days to place you, which is really fun if you need volume in specific places. When you upgrade, as long as you upgrade with 100 PV enrollment, I have another 14 days to place you somewhere on my organization. Now, what's exciting about that is that by placing you somewhere strategic, I'm going to be able to support you in the best way. And you're also going to be able to collaborate with people that, you resonate with, that you get along with. So this is my back office that I'm showing you. And as you're going to see, when you are a wellness advocate, your back office is different. And there's a whole whack load of fun stuff that you get to see. So if I remember correctly, this is the same for everyone. Does this look like yours, Ames? Yeah, so you have your LRP here, the shop, all of this stuff. One thing that is really amazing is the resources section. We're going to talk more about this on the call on Monday because there's a bunch of stuff here that's really helpful for like new sharers. Okay. The difference is when you come, I'm going to move this. The difference is when you come over here to your account, you have more options. So usually you have account profile, order history, manage loyalty orders, notifications. You are now, when you upgrade, going to have my office and enroll new member. Okay. My office is what we call our back office or our back store, where you manage your team. Now, don't worry, it looks like a lot of information. Okay. And I'm going to do this more in depth on the call on Monday. But for now, I just wanted you to see this is what it looks like. You arrive here, it gives you what your total volume is on the month. It tracks your power of 3 bonus. It tracks your earnings. Like, what the hell happened between week 15 and week 18? Am I right? Like, looks like my business flatlined for 3 weeks, but we don't need to worry about that right now, okay? So like we can even look over here as we see the tendency in March, it was a really great volume month. Then April, a bit of a lower month. And now in May, already at 2,178. If I get that up to 3,000, that's my elite rank, which is really fun. So that looks really interesting. The other thing is that down here where it gets interesting is that you actually get to see what your enrollments are. So for example, when we upgrade Ames and enroll Mike, she's going to show up here in this list of top enrollers. Cool beans, right? And this is a great way for me to actually like keep an eye on my builders, see who needs support and whatnot. Okay. When you enroll people, you have all this information. Don't worry, I'm going to explain all of this as well. Don't pay attention to the big scary X's. It seems a little bit extreme on doTERRA's end, but don't worry about it. Now, what was the thing I wanted to show you? Okay, so in your team section, when you click on graphic tree, you can go and look at what your entire organization looks like. Ames, when you enroll Mike, you're gonna have you and one other Banum, okay? This is the graphic tree for my entire organization. I'm gonna go down 5 levels so that you can actually get a look at what this organization looks like realistically. And don't worry, it'll make sense in a second why I'm showing you all this. These are all of my clients, okay? This entire organization. This is Aileen, my builder in New York. This is Kara's organization, yeah? And then we have a couple others. If they're different colors, it's because they've hit certain ranks or because of the amount of volume they have, all of those things, etc., etc. Okay. Now, what's important here is that the people on my front line that I'm building under are my qualifiers. And the reason I'm bringing this up is that Ames, since you're upgrading, we can and enrolling Mike, we can place you anywhere in the organization. This is a conversation for us. You know what I mean? Because I'm not here to impose where to put you. I am here to place you somewhere where you feel like you're going to thrive. There's a few options. You can be placed under Kara, who I know you get along with and you really like. This organization, this spot here is eventually going to be Geneviève Savage, who just enrolled with us. She's coming on here. So, and either way, no matter where we place you in the organization, you're still going to work with me. You know, you may work with your upline. So it doesn't mean that if I place you here, you and I never work together. I'm still your, you know what I mean? I'm still your mentor. I'm still your go-to person.
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that, Ames?
Nope, that makes sense now to me.
Makes sense. Okay, perfect. You know, the thing is a lot of, and like, I wouldn't necessarily say this if this wasn't a call with just our little group, but a lot of the people here that have people under them are what we call placeholders. So they're people who are customers or family members who we get along with, who love the oils, who really trust us, that allow us to place volume under them in order to build downwards. Because the thing is, eventually, once you start enrolling, you know, your first 5-10 enrollments, it's okay if they're on your front line. But the thing you really want to do in order to be able to rank advance as quickly as possible is start building downwards, is actually find someone that you can place enrollments under as soon as possible, you know? So in fact, what's interesting is that a lot of these people here that have people under them are placeholders for me. And the plan is to eventually move builders into those spots. I had kind of thought of moving you here. So you would be directly under Kara. So you'd work with Kara and myself. And you would be replacing Anne-Marie, who's not a builder. She was a placeholder. That means you would have about 7 or 8 people already ordering under you, which is nice. It gives you some volume. And then you can start building out under that. So that's one thought I had. Another thought is, this is Missy. She's a placeholder for me on my front line. Now, the only thing that's a little bit not necessarily as strategic with that is that Missy is a placeholder, except the other thing is you don't want to start building too many legs at once because it's too hard to actually populate them. The best thing to do is to build one leg, fill it, and get it to executive rank, and then start a second one. I didn't know this in the beginning. I also completely wanted no information about placement strategy. I was really stubborn about it. Now, like 4 years later, I'm like a bit kicking myself. But so any of these placements would work because you're going to thrive anywhere you go. But I do think if we slid you into one of these spots, it would be fun for you to have a few people under you already, you know? And then what you have to do is you're going to have to enroll people that either want to build or can be placeholders for you, because for you to rank advance, the people who are under you have to be your own enrollments. They can't be my enrollments. Okay. So that's why there's some like long-term strategy there. The thing is, we have time in that we have 14 days to move you. So we're going to upgrade you today, enroll Mike, and then we're just going to decide where we want to put you, and we'll do whatever we need to. If it's a transfer, we'll fill out the transfer form. And if it's just a move under, say, Kara, and we just put you on her front line, then I just move you under her front line.
Sure.
Make sense?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that, Imps?
No, I know I will.
Yeah, of course.
In terms of how it works with volume and stuff.
Yes, of course.
Already kind of there, and I'm just kind of joining in what that means, what that looks like. But
don't worry, everyone in the group is going to need help with that. So don't worry. That's part of what I'm here to help you all. You know, I'm like letting my mistakes from early on guide me in what I teach you all about. And, you know, some of the stuff that's a little bit less glamorous, you know, everyone in our crew really likes the oils and the wellness and connecting and all that like fun hippy dippy stuff. But the strategy is important too, because if I had have known when I first started building what I know now, I would probably be a bit further along in my ranks than I am, you know? But you know, you live, you learn. So Ames, I'm gonna do it for you with you watching. Is that okay with you?
That's perfect.
Okay. So
I'll need my login info or not?
Yeah, we need your login info.
I'm so used to automatically. 1 second.
Yeah. And then you'll be able to change your password, since the ladies on the call will see what your password is.
Yep.
Unless you want to just type it to me. Oh no, they'll see it anyways because I'm sharing my screen.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I'm such a criminal mastermind.
So you need my ID?
Yeah.
Okay. 871.
Yep.
57.
Yep.
83.
Okay, perfect.
And I don't know exactly my might have to try a couple things.
Did you change it from when I enrolled you, Ames?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, we can try a few things.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. I'm just gonna give you a couple to try. Gosh, sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Try. I was just sending you them just instead of typing, writing, talking, saying them all out loud.
Yeah.
Where's my doTERRA?
See if this one works. Okay, so the first one doesn't work. When you first enrolled, I think Cole was in it.
Really?
Okay, the second one worked.
Okay.
We're not going to save it, so you can either keep it or change it afterwards.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, so this is Amy's backstore. Good times. Her LRP is set for June. Amazing. She has 2 LRPs. Good for you, girl. Very proud of you.
I just started creating one today in the US just because I don't know which one yet I want to do.
I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm just kidding. So what you are going to do is come over here to account and go to account profile. This is the same if, you know, French or English, the steps are exactly the same. You're going to come over here into this section. Now, here's what's fun about this. It gives you also the breakdown of a bunch of stuff. So it gives you when you enrolled, it gives you your ID number, it gives you how many rewards points you have, and it tells you also the percentage you're at on your LRP orders. So then, ready to become a wellness advocate? This little thing here, we're going to click upgrade account. Then it comes over here, become a wellness advocate. So we are looking forward to having you join us as a wellness advocate. Here are some of the benefits. So as a reminder for everyone, when you're a wellness advocate, you get the 25% product discount, and depending on the collection, sometimes it's more. Loyalty rewards points, product of the month, you're getting your shipping rewards points. You receive a personal doTERRA website. I'm going to go over that. That's your back office that we were just talking about. You can get your bonuses and compensation, and then you have access to reports and stats. And those are actually super interesting as well. Like I can go back over the past year and track what months were the best, who enrolled when, like a bunch of different things that help us kind of, work in a better way. It asks for your SIN number, and you can go hide SIN number. When I enrolled, if I'm not mistaken, you don't actually have to put in your SIN number right away. Now, that being said, you will have to eventually when your bonuses start coming in order to get them paid out. But for now, you won't have to, because what that means is when you enroll people, so when you get your first enrollment, you will get it as AR credit in your back office. So what that means is when you enroll, say a week later, your fast start bonus will come in as something called AR credit, and you'll be able to use that to place your orders. The other reminder that everyone needs to remember, very, very important, I made this mistake a few times, is that your LRP always has to be at 100 PV. Always. Because if not, the algorithm skips you and you don't get your bonus paid out. Okay. So we're not going to put the SIN in right away. We'll do that later. We're going to save.
And the 100 PV has to come from me every month, right? Like my
yes,
order.
Exactly. Exactly. Success. Your account has been upgraded. James. I'm so excited I could cry. Okay. So a couple things I want to show you now. And I'm going to, again, like I said, I'll go over this more in detail on Monday, but just a few things that are super cool. Okay. The first thing is now you have all of this and you're going to have fun, like mucking around in here and reading everything. The most immediate way to enroll a new member is to go enroll new member and do it yourself manually. Okay. And we can do that together, or you can do it when we get off the call, like we don't actually need to do it so that people don't see Mike's credit card number. But so when you go enroll new member, it'll say you will now be directed to enrollment form for your security. You will be logged out. You say yes, continue enrollment. So what that means is that you are going to be logged out of your account, but it will still be associated to your account. And when you go through the process, one of the things, I think it's in step number 2 or 3, it'll say, do you know a wellness advocate? And then your name will come up. So you just have to make sure that your name comes up at that moment. Okay. I'm wondering if we should do it together just in case. But anyways, the second thing I want to show you, which is really practical, is the link generator. Okay. So when you go into your account profile, one of the things that comes up when you scroll down is this in the section My Business, link generator. Okay. You click on link generator, and what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to create a custom link for the person that you want to enroll. There's 3 different ways that you can create a link. The first one is guest bag. We never use this. This is for retail orders. And as we know, retail orders, they don't serve our business. I mean, don't get me wrong, they do serve our business to a certain extent, but it doesn't serve our clients to be ordering retail. As we know, the price difference is too much. The second link you can create is an educate link. And this is, say someone is curious about something or wants more information about Deep Blue, but they're not sure if they want to order yet. You can generate a link. So you click generate link, educate, products, intro to essential oils, the doTERRA difference. So whatever section, you build the link, you send it to them, and it gives them the information that they want around, whatever they're interested in. So that's a really practical thing. The third one, which is the one I want to talk about today, is sign up. So this is the link we are going to create if someone wants to enroll. As you can see, it's associating enroller and sponsor to Amie, which is great. And I personally don't ever change the sponsor on the enrollment. I always wait because you have 14 days. You might as well not rush it unless you know specifically you're for sure placing someone in a specific spot. Then you can do that. So then you're going to go Amie Chicoini, continue. And you can enroll in one of two ways: a wholesale customer, which is a regular client, or a wellness advocate, which is what you are, Ames, what I am. Okay. Here's the thing. If you enroll someone as a wellness advocate right away, you still have 14 days to move them, but you don't get that second chance to move them once they upgrade. And since most people really enjoy getting to know the oils first, I always enroll as a wholesale customer and then upgrade them. The one little thing to keep in mind about that is when someone enrolls as a wholesale customer, they have to wait 90 days to upgrade to wellness advocate. So if you're talking to someone who's like, I'm obsessed with the oils, I want to sell them, let's go, let's do this, and they're ready to go, sure, enroll them as a wellness advocate. But otherwise, enroll them as a wholesale customer. You know, we'll get them primed, we'll help them with education, all those things. And when they're ready to upgrade, we'll go from there. Okay. So then you select wholesale customer. Then it takes you here, select an enrollment collection. So we're actually going to do the one that would be for Mike, and then he can either fill it out or you can do it manually. So all of the enrollment collections are here. The one that he is interested in is the new Aroma Essentials.
Yes.
So you would add this to bag. The other option is here, the wholesale membership fee for 42. Okay. So now his bag is this Aroma Essentials enrollment collection. Giddy up. That's great. Except he also told you he wants an On Guard toothpaste and a peppermint roller. So what do? You go here, you do a quick search, you find the thing, and you go add. And then all of the different stuff that you want to add, you know, oh boy, what's happening?
He wants a lot of stuff.
Does Mike want the entire On Guard collection?
Does he want the entire
all the things. So this is perfect. Sometimes it'll be just the kit. Sometimes it'll be the enrollment, $42, and then a couple individual things. The one thing to keep in mind when you are enrolling new people is to have them keep in mind that the shipping costs $6. So if they already know they want something else, they might as well put it into the enrollment order because the shipping is already paid for, you know? So then we've got the kit. You would just go generate link. This is the personalized link. You can copy the URL as it is. I always convert it to short link because I find that the URL is like aggressively long. So I convert it to short link. You can copy it, send it in Messenger, or you can email the link directly. And then the person you're enrolling is going to click on that link, follow the prompts, boom, it's done. They're enrolled and they're associated to your account.
Okay.
Isn't that practical and super easy?
Yes.
I'm going to send you this link just because.
Great.
You can have it. And then you can either fill it out or you can go through your account. I would actually recommend going through your account and doing it manually so you have the experience one time.
I think so too.
But it's really super easy. Like the only thing is that sometimes the backstore can be a little bit finicky. So a couple things to keep in mind is like, watch out for like caps. Don't use accents if there's any. What's the other one? Oh yeah, you really have to make sure that the name on the credit card is associated to the proper address. So the billing address needs to match the card that's being used. Those are all kind of little like pitfalls that can come up. But but otherwise it's very, very straightforward.
Perfect.
Do you have any other questions, Ames?
I don't think so. Now say, okay, this is done and I want to go and modify my personal LRP.
Yeah.
Will anything be different? Do I have to do anything different?
No.
Okay.
So, like, for example, we've done all this. You sent him his link, he enrolls, whatever. If you go back to your shop section, so you click the shop section, your shop section stays exactly the same. The
Perfect.
only thing you want to make sure is that one of your LRPs is at 100 PV.
Yes.
You know, not both, and they don't combine. So like, for example, your 16 plus your 90 here, they don't combine to make 100. One of the two has to be at 100 all the time.
Perfect.
You know, but so that's why I strongly recommend people who start growing, who start building, to get on LLV or to get on the skincare, or always have those like staples that, you know, if you order them, you're going to use them, because you don't want to get caught. It happened to me 2 or 3 times where I missed my bonus round because my LRP wasn't at 100. So now when I place my order, I change the order items right away for the next month, so that if for some reason I forget, which I never do, but if for some reason I forget, well, those products that come, I know they're useful. And I always leave it at 125 or more.
Okay.
Because that way I'm getting the free oil of the month and I know that I'm not missing my bonuses.
Right.
The other thing, I'll just show you what it looks like. So when you start enrolling and you get that AR credit coming in, you'll find it. I don't even know what the hell my password is here. Like, if I had to think of it, I would, if I was locked out of my doTERRA account, it would be forever and I'd have to stop building a business because I have no idea. Your AR credit will show up in your LRP. So you go and you click your, update LRP or whatever. If you come down here into your payment methods, once you start having credit, this is where it shows up. So you see what your credit is, and then you can either choose to use your account credit or use your Visa. The only thing is, if you choose to use your account credit, you have to place the order right away. You can't click that and then save the LRP.
Okay.
You'll have to proceed to checkout immediately. Same thing as when you try and use your points.
Yes.
Okay. Last thing I'll show you, and it may not have done it already. Sometimes, so that's the other thing. Just keep in mind that, like, sometimes the stuff that you're doing in your back office can take up to like 24 hours to see it happen. So for example, when Mike enrolls later on, you may not see him on your back office immediately, but you will get a confirmation email that the enrollment was done. Okay. But so for example, if I go into team, anytime you've enrolled someone and you are within the 14 days to move them, you go to sponsor changes, and that's where they'll show up. So as you can see, you're not here yet. It's too soon. Probably between now and tomorrow, your name will show up, and then we can decide where to place you in the organization. Good. I know it's a lot of information. There's other, like, don't worry. First of all, there's so many videos, so many trainings. I'm going to help walk all of you, anyone watching this video, I will help walk you through all of the different steps. I'll show you my different systems for keeping everything organized, for knowing who enrolled, who, what period of their enrollment they're at. But like, for example, when one of my clients upgrades, I get an email telling me they upgraded and that I have 14 days to move them.
Okay.
As long as there's a sale of 100 PV or more, So the other thing is, You don't have to enroll someone with 100 PV the same day you upgrade, but you have to do it within 14 days in order for me to be able to change the sponsorship placement,
Right.
you know? So that's all very exciting. And then the other stuff we're gonna start talking about slowly is like how you support people. So for example, obviously, anyone that my team enrolls gets access to my educational forum, gets access to my workshops, gets access to the promos or the draws that I do. So when you enroll someone, you can automatically add them to the Facebook group and just send me off a message, new enrollment, added them to the Facebook group. This is their name, this is their ID number. So that way I like actually accept them in the group instead of being like, who is this stranger? And then also deciding if you want to do enrollment like welcome gifts, and if so, what that looks like, you know, because everyone has their own style. You don't have to do an enrollment gift. I think they're really fun, and I think they're useful because, you know, if they don't get an enrollment gift, they're going to receive their oils with no other paperwork, right? So I always send a welcome email with some resources in it, and then I send a little welcome gift with a couple things in it. And like I've given examples of what's in that before, but you make that your own. You get to decide what that looks like. You get to decide what's in there. One of the probably smartest things I ever learned from my upline was that when you enroll someone, your enrollment bonus, your fast start bonus is 20% of whatever their initial enrollment order is. So a smart way to invest in your business is to, you know, take a percentage of whatever that was. So maybe 10% of what their initial enrollment order was, and that will be the cost of their enrollment gift. So, you know, their enrollment gift doesn't have to be more than $10, you know, a nice handwritten card, maybe a couple samples, but just a little something so that they feel welcomed and excited and like you're happy that they're there, you know?
I love the idea of the deep blue mini packages, like the samples.
100%. You can, there's pre-made samples you can purchase. I actually find it more financially accessible to buy little containers to get the deep blue bottle and to make my own samples, you know? So one of the things when we have our brunch is that I'm gonna show you ladies some of that, some of how I put my samples together, what a package looks like. So those are all things that we're gonna dive into a little bit more as well.
Great.
Great.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. Everyone watching this, claps for Amie, but also you see how simple it is. Don't be scared. It's the light, move towards the light, okay?
And I resonated with the video you had talked about when you spoke with Lisa about it. It does seem out of reach in a sense, you know, just because you've never done it. So
of course,
easy to procrastinate even doing it because it's the unknown.
And 100%. Anytime we are doing something new that we are not familiar with, that we, you know, that we've never tried, the more we try and like make it cerebral and think about it, the bigger it becomes. Whereas as we saw, it takes under 5 minutes to do. It's very underwhelming, really, if you think about it. And there's no, you know, the one thing that I've learned from these years of building a doTERRA business is that there's no rush. We have time, we have space for breathing, we have space to make it what we want it to be. So, you know, don't be afraid if you are watching this and you feel like you might be ready to upgrade, let me know and I'll walk you through it. If you're not ready to upgrade, that's totally fine as well. No one needs to rush. We're going to make this as joyful and as easeful as possible. That's the whole plan. So thank you, Ames, for letting us learn during your upgrade, and congrats. And anyone watching this in the future, let me know if you have any questions and we can talk about some of this stuff on Monday as well at our 12 p.m. EST builder call. Okay, love you all. Bye.